Here is I just opened up a playground file here, and I want to talk a little bit about what a strut is. SwiftUI is a code-based editor, it's a code-based user interface, and that is what we're going to end up using to build an app. It's going to be different from Storyboard, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Well, SwiftUI uses what we call struts. And all SwiftUI is struts. And struts are complete data types, meaning that they are made up of multiple values. So let's say that we had a strut that was a person. What can a person have? Well, they can have clothes, they can have shoes, they can have a hat, they can have socks. It's all these different types of things that they can actually have. And that's what I mean by multiple data types. So let's start off by creating a strut. So the first thing that I'm going to do is write strut, or this is abbreviated for structure. So I'm going to say strut, and then I'm going to give it a name. And we said we're going to create a strut for a person. So I'm going to type person. Now you can see that the first letter of a strut is capitalized. So that means that person is capitalized at this point. So whatever you put, just remember that the first letter needs to be capitalized, because it's just like a string. If we're creating a string or we're creating an integer, all those things are capitalized. So we do want to capitalize this. And then let's put in our curly bracket. So we can have different data types for a strut. So I think the first one, we'll create a variable. I think it was called clothes. And clothes is going to be a string, right? And then let's create a variable for, a hat. And we'll say hat is going to be a string also. Make sure I capitalize that. And then let's create another variable for shoes. And we'll say that this one is a string also. So we're just going to put 3 data types. That's good enough. Now, what happens if you want to personalize this? You want to tell what type of clothes they're wearing. Are they wearing a short sleeve shirt or a long sleeve shirt? Are they wearing pants? What type of hat are they wearing? Are they wearing a baseball cap? Are they wearing a cowboy hat? And then shoes, what type of shoes? Are they wearing Nikes, Adidas, Vans? This is where we can go in and we can go into specifics. So what I'm going to do is come outside the strut, and then we can call that strut in and make those variations. So I'm going to say person. You'll see person is there. And then you're going to add a parenthesis. And I'm just going to add 1, because what you'll see is that Xcode kind of auto-completes it for you. So I'm going to hit enter, and you'll see that now we can go in and name all these things the specifics. So for this one, I'll go in and say clothes. We'll just say they're wearing pants. You can write whatever you like, be as specific as you like. Just trying to let you get the point. Hat, we'll just say, hey. We'll say he's wearing a cowboy hat. And then shoes, we'll just say they're wearing Nikes. Alright. So what I've done is I've created a strut, and then I got specifics that I wanted each one of these data types to be. So the first thing you do is you write strut, and then you write the name, and make sure that that first letter is capitalized, and then you write your curly brackets, and then you can go in and give the data types, and you want to tell it what type of data type it is. Is it a string? Is it an integer? Is it a bool? All right, is it a double? And then when I came here, I called in my strut, and then I put parentheses. And then I was able to label what type of clothes, what type of hat, and what type of shoes. So you'll see this a lot in SwiftUI, and you'll see this structure a lot moving forward.